Okay, recently after our Groot Island spearfishing video, we had some questions regarding the safety of spearfishing with sharks. Now, I did give an answer, but we're here at Ashmore Reef, and that is one of the sharkiest places you can be. And I'd like to give you a practical demonstration that you can actually safely spearfish around sharks if you really focus on getting a good shot and killing the fish straight away. So let's go and have a look. Okay, for this video I've found a nice passage in the reef with lots of current, and that means lots of fish and a few sharks. You'll also notice we haven't done any editing on this clip, and that's just so that you can see that we haven't tried to make it seem any better than what it actually is, or there's no trickery here. So it's kind of a long clip, but bear with us. So we can see that I'm going down, there's a lot of fish around that beautiful big plate coral. And you might be saying, well, why don't you just go in there and grab any old fish? But spearfishing is very selective. And you can see there on the left at the moment, there's quite a large fish swimming down below. That's a Maori wrasse, and they are protected in Queensland, rightly so, they're beautiful. So there's no point, if I was line fishing here, I would have to fish through a lot of those things, perhaps that Maori wrasse causing it damage when I can't keep it. So spearfishing really is quite selective. I've looked around, I've actually seen the fish that I want here, but I thought, well, I might as well go up and get another breath, because I wanted to take my time and really get a great shot. And a good way of approaching fish is just to be very, very calm. And it's hard to be calm when you're running out of breath. So everything's very, very slow, as you can see. All the fish, they don't really think that anything's wrong. Just drift on down, and here's my guide. Lead him just a little bit and pull the trigger. When any fish is moving like that, it's better to position the spear gun for where they're going to be rather than try and track them, and then just pull the trigger as they get into range. That means you're nice and still, you're calm. It just makes for a better shot. What might not be obvious here is that I've shot that fish right at the edge of the effective range of my gun, and the spear hasn't actually engaged in the fish. It's not in there. So that fish has been hit and it's dead. It's just laying on the bottom now while I reload the gun. And you can see, here comes a shark, and he knows that something's going on, but there's no vibrations from that fish. So he can't track it down. He hasn't gone up into that next gear. So he's sort of having a look around. He knows something's going on, but he doesn't know exactly what. So remember, that fish is still just laying on the bottom there, ready for anyone to come and grab it. So I'll just load up my gun again, not pull the rubber, because I'm not going to shoot anything else. And we'll just dive down and go grab it, because nothing else has. You can see all the other fish are around, they've come to inspect it, and yeah, no sharks. You can see a cloud of blood is coming from this fish in the hazy water, but like I say, no sharks have rushed in and grabbed it. Okay, now if we look around, we can see that there's still sharks around, but because that fish is still, I'm not having a problem with them. So I can just hold that pretty casually, take it back to the boat and get it out of the water as quick as I can. But there's no life left in that fish, and that's why I'm not having a problem. So here we go. I've just jumped back in, have a look, and all the sharks, it's just business as usual. Everyone's very calm. Okay, and for this second shot, I just want to grab one more trout for the day. This shot wasn't as good. Now that fish it's pretty knocked out, but it's not dead. So I quickly go down, grab a hold of it, and once again, all movement's pretty much stopped. You can't always get a great shot, but you really want to try and hit that head area. So that trout stopped struggling, and if we look around again with the gun, we can see no sharks have come up to see me. But I'll point that gun down now, and you can see the shark has come down where the side of the shot was, and there's a little bit of blood there. He's wondering what's going on, but he doesn't know where the actual fish is in my hand, and that's because there's no vibrations going on. Okay, now in this clip I've laid that fish down on the coral, And we've got a white-tip shark, and he showed up and he can smell it, but he can't actually find the fish that well. Sharks rely very heavily on electroreception. Okay, they pick up the electrical signals of the mussels of what they want to eat and the vibrations in the water along their lateral line. So this fish is giving none of that. All it can put out is smell. And you can see that white tip really is having a hard time zeroing in on it. So there we go. We're not so much scared of sharks. What we are scared of is taking a bad shot. And I'll go to a lot of effort to make sure that I only take good shots, and that's great for the fish. And it is great for you. It really increases your safety. So what can I say? Good marksmanship. It's something you can really aim for. Okay, all apologies for that joke. But what I want to leave you with is this image of this beautiful silver-tip reef shark off the edge of the reef. And a lot of your shark encounters may be just like this, where it's simple curiosity. They come up, you get a good look, and then they go back off into the blue.